Be me. 29, queer, loud, and deeply online. Used to write medium think pieces about internalized misogyny. Used to call straight girls who dated men after college regressors. Came out as bi in college. Lesbian by 25. Full conversion package, septum ring, tote bag with smash the binary print. Moved to Brooklyn, obviously. Current girlfriend is this girl called Jess. Short, strong arms, big energy, open relationships only. We met at a panel called Queer Joy in Late Capitalism. We had sex before we exchanged last names. Been together 8 months. Never officially monogamous, but not messy. Because didn't believe in tying each other down. Until Pride weekend. Decide to go big, plan our fits. Glitter and straps and slogans. My sign says, no man, no master, free spirit. Hers says, proud, poly, powerful. We pre-game with her friends. Shots, loud music, emotional TikToks playing in the background. Feel radiant, super buzzed. Start marching. Run into like 4 of my exes in the first hour. Ex number 1 is holding hands with her new they friend. Ex number 2 nods, doesn't smile. Ex number 3 is selling t-shirts that say, men are unfinished women. Laugh, but feel a not form. Jess kisses me. Says, we're the main characters. For about 15 minutes, we are. Then I see Jess whisper something to a girl behind me. That girl is Sienna, my ex, the one who said I was too emotional. They hug too long, laugh too hard. I ask what's up. Jess says, just catching up. My stomach already knows. I go get us drinks from the rainbow drink cart. Come back, they're gone. Ask one of her friends where she went. She says, oh, they just went to talk. They don't come back for 40 minutes. When they do, Jess won't look at me. We leave early, walk in silence back to her place. In the kitchen she says, I didn't mean for it to happen. Wait, what? Already know what she means. Say, with Sienna? She nods, says, it just resurfaced. I say, so did your lack of impulse control. She doesn't laugh. Start crying. She tries to hug me. Say, don't. She says, we were never exclusive, so that means it's okay to hook up with my ex. Say, you never asked if it would hurt? She says, I thought you were evolved. I say, I am. That's why I'm leaving. Walk out with glitter still on my face and cheap vodka in my bloodstream. Go to a gay bar alone. Too loud. Too happy. Too fake. Text Sam, straight guy friend I've known since college. Once told me he had feelings. I told him I was too gay for that. He said, figured, and never brought it up again. He says, wanna talk? I say, wanna drink? We meet at a quiet bar nearby. He doesn't ask, just sits with me while I spiral. I say, I keep choosing women who don't choose me. He says, maybe it's not about women. I say, don't get deep with me right now. He smiles. Order more drinks, start talking about college, about how we used to stay up all night debating feminism. I used to roast him for thinking men had it hard. Now I just say, I think everyone's confused now. He says, you always had a big heart under all that armor. I cry again. He hands me a napkin. I wipe glitter off my cheeks. Say, I don't need a man. He nods. Say, but I deserve one. He blinks. I laugh. Say, what if feminism just means being treated like a person? He says, sounds about right. I lean in without thinking. Kiss him. Soft, unsure, pull back. Say, shit, sorry. He says, don't be. We sit in silence. Then laugh. Then kiss again. Go back to his place. Nothing happens. We just lie there, fully clothed, holding hands. I fall asleep, feeling seen. No signs, no slogans, just someone who didn't see me as a project. Next morning I wake up. He's already made coffee, says, you want eggs? Say, I think I want to try being boring for a bit. He smiles, says, deal. Don't tell anyone yet. Not ready to be the reformed lesbian. Not ready for the backlash. Just ready to not feel disposable for once. Pretty hungover, so spent the whole day recovering. Decide to crash another night at Sam's. Wake up to a text from Jess. Just says, hope you're okay. Don't reply. Go to kitchen. Sam already brewing coffee again? Play some chill playlist with no lyrics. Vibe is so calm. No overanalysis, no discourse, just warmth. He slides me a mug. No oat milk convo, no judgment, just regular coffee with sugar. Tastes like high school nostalgia. Sit on his couch. He's talking about a cabin trip he's planning. Wants to fish, read, maybe build a bench. Not once does he say inner child or emotional labor. He just exists. And somehow, that feels revolutionary now. Say, you ever just get tired of being dissected? He laughs. Says, that's literally every date I go on. I laugh too. Realize it's the first genuine laugh I've had in weeks. We walk to the bodega. He grabs chips and a Coke. I grab a La Croix, but put it back. Decide I want the Coke too. Back at his place, we watch a dumb action movie. Nobody psychoanalyzes the villain. No one says, this represents capitalist masculinity. Just explosions, bad one-liners, and popcorn. Halfway through, I rest my head on his shoulder. He doesn't make it weird. He doesn't make a move. He just lets me be. Feel something shift, not fireworks, just peace. After the movie, we sit on the floor. Talk about random stuff. His childhood dog, how he once failed a math test and cried in the gym locker room. He says, you ever notice women don't laugh at men's pain anymore? I freeze, then say, we used to think mocking men was feminism. He shrugs, says, still kinda do. We both laugh, but it stings a little. Tell him I've never felt this safe. He says, that's all I've ever wanted for you. Next day we hang out again. Go to bookstore, no loud debates, no posturing, just picking out paperbacks and teasing each other. He buys me one. Says, thought it looked like you. It's a novel about a girl who leaves everything behind to live in a lighthouse. Smile. Say, I might do that. He says, cool, I'll bring snacks. We walk back holding hands, run into someone from my past. This girl Casey, old flame, used to date her briefly before Jess. She eyes Sam, says, interesting choice. I say, thanks. She says, no judgment, but the smirk says otherwise. Later tell Sam about Casey. He says, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Realize how much energy I spent justifying myself to women, and how little I have to do that now. One night, we're watching TV. Some rom-com comes on. He kisses me during the slow scene. It's easy, not like a protest, not a statement, just desire. We sleep together. It's not mind-blowing, it's not earth-shattering, but it's kind, and it makes me feel whole. Next morning, I sit on his porch. Coffee in one hand, journal in the other. Write, maybe safety is the new passion. Jess texts again, say, we're better as a memory. Delete number. Look over at Sam. He's watering a plant he bought yesterday. Says, trying not to kill this one. I say, me too. We laugh. I lean into his shoulder again. Not because I have to, but because I want to. First time in a long time, I don't feel like a thesis. Just a girl who might have been wrong about everything and is okay with that. Later that week, we talk more seriously. I tell Sam how I've always over-intellectualized everything. How even love became a theory to unpack. He says, yeah, I noticed. I say, you're not supposed to agree that fast. We laugh again. But it's true. I used to dissect feelings like lab frogs. Wanted to prove I understood everything. Now I just want to feel it. He says, that's real growth. And it doesn't sound patronizing, just genuine. The next morning, he makes pancakes. I say, don't get too good at this. He says, too late. He hums while flipping them. Somehow it makes me emotional. I realize I don't miss the chaos. I don't miss the critiques, don't miss the performative conversations about accountability. I miss softness. And he gives me that without trying. I scroll through Instagram later, see a post from Jess. Love isn't ownership, it's liberation. I roll so hard it hurts. She's already with someone new. Caption says, realigned and radiant. Good for her. Really. But I'm done competing for love, done auditioning for worth. Sam brings me a pancake shaped like a heart. Says it was an accident. I say, still counts. He says, you do too. We sit on the porch eating. Sunlight soft through the trees. I say, do you think I sold out? He looks up, says, from what? I pause. Then say, from being untouchable. He laughs, shakes his head, says, you were never untouchable, you just never let anyone in. That hits. Harder than expected. Used to think love meant keeping power. Now I wonder if it's just letting go. Sam touches my hand. No lecture, no moral of the story. Just real. Just us. And for the first time in years, I don't feel like I'm performing. I just feel here.